Hey guys, here's a quick tip for you. It's called checkpoints, and it's an idea that we use that basically helps get more awareness when we're training. It doesn't matter if we're lifting, if we're doing body weight, if we're doing something with a kettlebell. Using checkpoints throughout the movement is very good for form, very good for having good awareness so we're activating the right muscle groups, and just adds more quality to how we're moving. So as an example, we're going to use leg curl stability ball. For some people it can be a very challenging exercise. For some people it's very easy. So it doesn't really matter what movement we're using, but the checkpoints idea can be used to any movement. So here's how it looks. So before we start, instead of just going hips up and curling in, we're going to separate the movement a little bit and then make sure everything is bang on before we go to the next phase of the movement. So first phase, checkpoint number one, Tyler's going to take a big belly breath. He's got his core braced before he lifts, and then he's going to bridge up. Okay, so there's no sense getting to this point if we don't have good form. Our hips and our glutes and everything are going. So there's our first point, looks great, feet are parallel. From there, he's going to curl up. There's our checkpoint two. He's got a nice straight line from shoulder, hip to knee. And then basically he's going to ask himself, are my hamstrings going, are my glutes going, is my core going? You know, if his hips are a little bit lower, so if he bends his hips a little bit down to the floor, he can use that stability ball kind of like the floor and push up as high as he can keep his core tight. There's checkpoint two, feels great, looks great, and then we extend the legs again. So it's a good way to make sure that, especially if you're learning an exercise for the first time, or if you have a hard time really feeling what you should be working, use little checkpoints throughout your movement, and that way at the beginning you can get some really good quality, and eventually you can do it with a regular, quicker tempo with really good form. So we'll try it again. Here's checkpoint one, breath, brace, so rib cage down, abs tight, perfect. Curl in, feels it where he should, really high quality, and coming back out. And now he's going to do a couple more reps, and it'll just be quicker. And then one more. Okay, so if you're ever unsure about how your form is on any type of lift or movement, it doesn't matter if it's a plank variation, a squat, a deadlift, a bench press variation, use checkpoints. So before you actually start the movement, make sure your setup is really good. In this example, it's a breath, it's a brace, and it's a really good bridge, and then you're going from there. So try it out. Checkpoints is a really good way to make sure your form is better, you're activating the right muscles, and your quality of your exercise goes way up.